Hi guys! So I was not planning on doing a video today, but I am surrounded by some amazing hard goods and I just really wanted to share them with you. So I thought I would just really quickly set up my camera as I went through what I was able to pick this last weekend. So I'll go into a little bit of a story time. I tell pretty much everybody I know what I do. I used to be kind of like more quiet about it and not really forthcoming with exactly the kind of picking that I do to resell on eBay Poshmark and then more recently Facebook Marketplace. But I've gotten to where I'm just very open about what I do, and typically I say that I do online retail, which includes selling on eBay Poshmark. Most people have heard of eBay, so once they hear that, they kind of have more questions than I would have anticipated. So because I tell pretty much everybody what I do, I had the opportunity to go through someone's garage, and these were items that were just about to be donated. Now, his father had passed away a few months ago, and the family had gone through the entire house. They had picked out everything that they felt was sentimental to them. And then this was the last kind of batch of items that were about to be taken to the thrift store. So I went through on Saturday, I grabbed some boxes, and they were so kind. They were nice enough to let me just, go through all the items and take what I wanted that I felt would turn a profit for resale. A lot of these are very large items that I'm going to try to flip on Facebook Marketplace because I don't want to ship, breakables that are very delicate or large pictures. I have a couple behind me. So those I'm going to list on Facebook Marketplace. Let's get started because this is quite a lot to go through. I haven't done any comps for 90% of these items. I just kind of grabbed them because I thought, I could turn a profit on them. And either that or because I felt like they kind of gave me that vintage vibe that maybe someone would want in their home. Okay, there's just so much. This is probably one of my favorite things that I picked up. So we have this Cruel. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but it is a vintage piece. Someone did embroider this whole entire piece, and it's really pretty. It's got these quail and flowers. There is some discoloration up here in that corner, you can see. Looks like some water damage, but I'll probably list this on Facebook Marketplace, maybe around 35, take any offers that I can get for that one. So yeah, that is absolutely gorgeous. Love that one. Sorry, my head's gonna be cut off for some of this video, but the next piece, and this one is so amazing. They said that their mother had cross-stitched this, but isn't it gorgeous? So you see me peeking over the top. But it is all cross-stitch, and it's amazing. I absolutely love it. And then it was professionally framed through a local Utah framing company. But that one, I have no idea. I don't know how much cross-stitch pieces go for, and this is really big. So we will see. But what's so great about it is all of this is 100% profit. I didn't pay for anything here because they were so kind and let me go through all of it. So anything that I make, even if it's a $5 profit on an item, I am completely happy with, especially since I can just take a few pictures, pop it on Facebook Marketplace, arrange a pickup, and we're good. Okay, so this my husband grabbed. It's like a car wash cleaner starter soap. I don't even know if they make these anymore, so I may look up on eBay to see if this is worth anything. But it's this whole, like, you hook it up to your hose and then you wash your car with it. Car wash system. So we'll see. Maybe it's worth something. Maybe we keep it for our car. I don't know. Hand back, probably throw that in the car. Okay, so this is a really cool little desk lamp, and it has the switch. I haven't tried it yet, but just a fun, 1970s, it looks like, maybe 80s. Just a fun piece. People like to collect these sort of things, stick them on their desk, have it as decor. So that was a fun little pickup. This next one, this is Nova Deruta. I have not heard of that. Gorgeous plate. There may have been another piece that matches this that I picked up also. but that is the stamp on the bottom. Have not looked it up, have no idea what it's worth. I thought it was pretty. Next is this really pretty little trinket box. It says happy anniversary. It's made by Chokin, Chokin. The Art of Chokin, made in Japan for decorative purposes only. Metal engravings from Japan are created by the ancient art of Chokin, gilded with gold and silver. The engravings were originally created to decorate the armament of the samurai warriors. So, and it does say 24 karat gold right here, so I don't know if it really is 24 karat gold, possibly. And I just thought it was pretty. Someone may want it. So there we go. Next is this really cool vase. And it's got this like funky shape to it. You know what, guys? I didn't even turn on my light. I was so excited to show all of you. Okay, is that better? That way I feel like I'm not reaching all the way across boxes to show you guys. Okay, so this is a really neat vase. This one has a kind of like this funky pattern to it and then shape. And the only stamping I see on it says BMP made in Canada. So BMP made in Canada. You can see the stamp there. Pretty hard to see, but it's there. Yeah. So I grabbed that. That was kind of like a last minute. I almost didn't open up all of these wrapped up items because I thought they were just kind of glassware, but this was in there. And I really like that. That's so gorgeous. Okay, so the next one is this kind of a crockery piece. And it is not marked at all on the outside. There is this kind of like a small little chip, but I don't think that's gonna devalue it very much. Some people love to collect this type of crockery. You know, it's great to sit on your kitchen counter. It has that total CottageCore vibe, boho. You know, you could stick like tea bags or whatever you want to store in here. This is a really pretty glass trinket dish. This one is made in Indonesia, and just a really pretty dish to set up on your vanity bathroom countertop. That'll go on Facebook Marketplace, maybe like 10, 12, something like that. I'll look up the made in Indonesia to see if it's worth anything more, but the next is this really pretty cross-stitched tablecloth. I think this was a tablecloth, yes. And it is just a large square. It does have a little bit of staining on it, but the embroidery is so pretty. The cross stitch on it is so pretty. So that's some of the worst staining you can see there. So maybe I'll try and soak it for a little bit, see if I can get any of that staining out. There's some right there in the very middle. But maybe I'll stick that. That's one that I probably put on Etsy and eBay, as well as Poshmark, because I think it's just a really pretty piece. Again, a lot of this has that CottageCore vibe, moving into that granny core vibe, which is another big thing right now. This is very random. This one says, come and get it. And it is an apron. And it doesn't say where it's from. I just thought it was kind of cool and fun. And yeah. I'm wondering if they just kind of picked up a lot of these items on trips and stuff like that. But this looks like it's been, you know, folded up, sitting in on a shelf for years. I don't think anybody's touched it in a really long time. Okay, another random item. Coffee break. Okay, that's better. Another very random item. These are these Donald Duck, I don't even know. Are they pillows? Are they meant to be pillows? So they're patterns. Yeah, stitch along inner outline of pattern. It's marked leaving open to stuff. So yeah, it looks like they're meant to be pillows. So it is double-sided. So it's got, you know, Donald Duck, his back on the back, and then it's got his front on the front. And there are two of these. These are just such random pieces that I saw them and I'm like, if I can squeeze $10 out of them, then that would be awesome. I don't see any kind of date on them. Ameritex is the copyright right here, but it doesn't have a date. I don't even know if you guys, do I have it the right way so you guys can see that? I don't see any kind of date, so I don't know if they're vintage. I would assume that they're vintage, but we'll see. So those could be fun to list. Okay, so the next thing I grabbed are cast iron. Cast iron can sell very well. They're very heavy, so I'll probably just do these on Facebook Marketplace, but not very many companies make pure cast iron anymore. I know that Lodge does, and that's one of the main brands that people have heard of. But these, this is Griswold, is what this one is. And then this one is Lodge. These are pretty beat up, but you can revive them. There are some great YouTube videos out there. There's some really good, I think ask.com has a really good one about how to revive cast iron. So these will probably sell for about $10 a piece. I also grabbed this one. This one's another Griswold. Maybe I'll lot this up with that smaller. And then the last one is this larger flat. This one is made by Keelan Limited. And these make the best grilled cheese sandwiches. Just saying. We have one. I use it all the time. So yeah, this one I'll probably list for about 20 and see what I can get for that. So that is everything from that box. I'm gonna take a quick break and then I'll move over to the next box for you guys. Okay, I've taken a seat. I've gotten a little more comfortable. My head's not gonna be cut off from the excitement of me rifling through all these items, but moving on to the next box. So these are 4 little decorative straw rattan wall hangings, I guess you could say. So I think people are still, you know, decorating with this type of decor. Still has that very boho vibe to it. I thought these were fun. Maybe sell these in a lot of like 10. Sorry, sell these in a lot of 4 for around $10. I'll post these on Poshmark and eBay. We'll see. Maybe locally I'll set them for 10, and then on Poshmark and eBay I'll put around $15. I'll look at comps though. Like I said, I still have to look at comps for like almost all of this. So all of these prices may change. We'll see. We'll see. But I thought those were really fun. And then to go along with that, which these may even be, you know, as a set. So I may even include these with those. But these little decorative bowls, you know, you can set them on your counter, on your desk, put items in there, paper clips, whatever. This would even be cute like in a bathroom, like cotton balls and swabs. So those I thought were really cute and fun. These were some wood pieces, and I didn't see any markings on them other than these say Japan. And then this, I'm assuming is like a vase. So I'd probably lot that up together. These pretty little decorative bowls, and then this piece. So that would be a lot together. This was a pretty and fun little woven basket. Again, another decor piece. Set it on your coffee table, put remotes in it or something. I'm coming up with all these ideas, and now I'm like, do I want to use this in my house? Maybe that might be a keeper for my house. We'll see. Okay, so this is a very random item. These are Bulldog bottle caps, grip tight, seal right, no soaking necessary, 1 gross double lacquered bottle caps. These are old. These are very old, and they are just a big box of bottle caps. So no idea what these will go I they could be total junk and not worth anything, but I just, you know, something about like this packaging and Americana, and I don't know, I love it. So yeah, box of vintage bottle caps. Who did not have one of these growing up? Because I feel like just about everybody had one, and you would drink your Kool-Aid out of it. This is a Rubbermaid, and I don't know if I got this more for nostalgia reasons or if it will actually make a profit, but I don't know, maybe it's really clean, it's in great condition, maybe like $5 on Facebook Marketplace. But yeah, I just thought it was so fun. And it's just like iconic color too. that takes me back. I swear we had one of these and we would drink our purple Kool-Aid out of it. So yeah, just, I am an 80s child, 100%. This is a thermos, and it is the tall pour thermos. It's the glass inner. It's got the lid on top. I looked these up. I think they're about 20 to 30 on eBay. So this one just needs a good wash, a good clean. But that one, there you go. You can see that it is thermos. I may have it upside down for you, so sorry about that. But a thermos pitcher, which is very cool. Some of these items are very dusty. They've been sitting in a garage for a long time. Here's a couple more of those baskets. Maybe I can lot these in two, groups of two, something like that. We'll see. Some very fun crocheted pot holders with this whole funky rainbow design. I think these will do okay. Probably Facebook Marketplace. If I list these on eBay or Poshmark, I'll probably list them around 15 and then take, you know, offers around 10. So those I thought were really cute. Okay, these I don't know anything about, but the Made in Belgium is what prompted me to go ahead and pick them up. They are very heavy cast iron enamel pots. So I think of these as like French onion soup. You know, you can make whatever you need to, stick them in the oven and broil. So these were really great. I think I grabbed 3 of them. And there is some chipping, there is some rust and discoloration, but this could just go to a collector. It could go to someone who's actually going to use them. I thought those were really fun. They have that kind of Le Creuset look to them. So this is the 3rd. And there is that marking, if you can see that. So Made in Belgium, and then it has kind of like a stamp right here. So that'll be a fun look up. Okay, this was probably one of the coolest pieces that I grabbed. It's gonna be a little awkward, so give me just a moment to get this together for you guys. Okay, I think I've got it. This is so cool. So this is a Lazy Susan, and it is made by Rubbermaid, if I'm right. Yes, this is Rubbermaid. And it is a Lazy Susan for your kitchen. So you set it on your counter. You have this big, large compartment here. This needs to be cleaned. So there is still some old flour in there that I need to clean out, but you stick whatever you want on the top. So they had flour. And then each one of these is labeled, and they are these little compartments that come out, and then you can stick whatever you need to inside. So I just thought this was so cool. I have no idea how much this is worth. It could be worth 20 bucks. I don't know. It could be worth 5. Who knows? But I'm gonna look this one up. The unfortunate thing is there is quite a big chip on one of these sides here. Oh, 2 chips. So it has this large chip here and this large chip here. It doesn't interfere with the function of the piece. And when you have the flower part on, or this large top part on, you can't even see that part where it's cracked. So obviously I'm going to disclose that in the listing, but I just thought this was so cool. So there's a C, I'm assuming for coffee, a T for tea, and an S for maybe sugar. So flour, sugar, coffee, tea, or you can put whatever you want in here. I just love it. My hand's getting really tired, so. What a fun piece. I just think things like that are just so, just so cool. Okay. Next is this, and it took me a minute to kind of figure out what it was, but I eventually figured it out. So it is maybe I'll try and get some of these set up so you guys can see. And you can try to guess what you think it is as I'm setting it up. And you can tell me if you had any of these in your own home growing up, because I know we did. Ours didn't look like this, but we definitely have one. Okay, so this, and it's got some extra pieces too, which is very convenient. So this is a nutcracker bowl, and you would put the nuts here, and then you use this to crack the nuts. You use these little thingies to dig out, you know, any of the shell out of the nut or the nut out of the shell. It's got felt on the bottom, which is just shows how old it is. That is true original felt. That is not brand new felt. And yeah, it's like carved out of this really cool piece of wood. So I thought that was such a fun piece, a really good holiday, you know, statement to kind of put on your coffee table, dining table. Yeah, so that's very cool. This one I grabbed because the markings said USA, and it does have some really neat design pattern here. So there are 3 of these all together. Very pretty. This was one of the very first things I picked up. I don't know why. I think I just liked the box. It is a Taylor roast meat thermometer, and it does have the thermometer inside, and it has like directions there, and it's got some more directions here. So timetable for roasting, very cool. I just thought that was neat. Love it if it had some sort of date on it, but I don't see anything, and it does say good housekeeping. So Taylor Instrument Company's Rochester, New York. And then there's the thermometer. Very cool. This really pretty china piece, and it's in Eschenbach, Germany. Here is the marking there. So pretty. Love this, you know, rose pattern. Is that a roses? No, that is a, what is that? Tell me what that is. What is that? Chrysanthemum? Is it a mum? I don't know. I'm not sure. So that had that bowl, and then it had a matching serving dish. So I don't know if this was someone's china. I don't know if it was just these 2 pieces together as a serving set. I have no idea, but very pretty pieces. And then we've got about 10 more items to go through with you guys. So this one is, I think this is Pyrex. Yes, this is a Pyrex. So this is one of those tabletop to boil your water, to boil your coffee, whatever you want to use this for. And these are really great. I love when they have the wood here on it. And you can see here it says Pyrex. You can see it right there. And then this one is stainless steel, it says. So just so cool. I love these kind of pieces. I am a huge Pyrex fan. Anytime that I find pieces that fit into my own decor, I have a cabinet over here that I would love to show you guys one day, but it's all of my favorite Pyrex pieces. And I've gotten to where it's nice and full. And so if I find any other pieces that I love out in the wild, then I do switch it out with one and then sell that one or pass that one along to someone else. So I try to keep my Pyrex collection contained. I use them every day. I'm going into a whole rant about Pyrex, but I don't just let them sit on the shelf. I actually use all of my Pyrex, which maybe isn't the smartest thing because I know some of them are worth like $60 to $70, but I just think they're so pretty and they're so useful. So there's my little Pyrex rant for you. Okay, so the next item, which is very cool, have to look it up, have no idea about it. This is a Camel Cigarettes metal canteen, and it's just so weird and cool. So I don't know, I'm not a cigarette smoker, but I just love the look of this. I think it's just one of those neat, iconic, you know, when even if you didn't smoke, and I was even a kid in the 80s and 90s, you knew about the whole Camel points, and you can like trade in your points to buy things. So I'm assuming that that's what this was. It was like a point system. So it has this whole lid that comes off, and then on the inside it has all these different little compartments. So it's like you could have different foods in each one of these compartments. And I have to flip this sideways to pull it out. And then it's insulated, so it has this like, you know, compartment to keep your food either cold or hot, whatever you want to do with it. I'm seeing that there's only one lid, but it looks like these kind of fit together like so. And I hear something jingling around in there. So what is that? Uh-oh, what's in there? Oh, okay. I have no idea what that is. Something that goes with it. We'll figure it out. I have no idea what that is. Maybe it goes on the bottom. It could go on the bottom. I don't know. This is just such a weird, fun thing, you know? I did do a quick eBay search and I saw one listed in Europe. When you find a listing that's in italics, that it means that it's listed outside of the US. Just so you know, in case that was something you didn't know. But I did see one listed for, I think, $50. And yeah, it's just such a weird, fun little, you know, 1980s, 1990s piece. And there you go. I don't know, it has a 5 marked on the back, so I have no idea what that means. It's a little, you know, dinged up, but the fact that it has those 3 compartments inside, I think is gonna keep the value up for it. And the lid that actually goes with it. Okay, a couple more pictures. We've got this really beautiful painting, Stanbach, HW Stanbach. And it's really pretty. I think this is an original. It looks like there is a little bit of damage to it along the edges, but there is the picture. And if you can see the signature there on the bottom middle. So yeah, another, again, probably Facebook Marketplace, list it for about $20, $25, depending on, as long as it's not, you know, a very expensive piece. This was cool. This is hand painted. My husband was like, let's hang that up. So this might end up in our house. I have no idea. But a very cool owl painting. And it just kind of has this rope detail to it. J. Lemon is the artist. So again, that one I'm gonna look up, make sure it's not, you know, something super spectacular, but that's a really pretty piece that might find a place in our home. Okay. Oh, coffee break. So this one is Corningware. It's just the little teapot. I think these are so cute. I know Corningware doesn't do as well as Pyrex, some pieces, but this one is, you can see it there, Corningware 6 cup. Really pretty daisy. This is in great condition. I mean, there's not a whole lot of scratching to the bottom, so that's really fun. I don't know, there's something about all of these pieces that just make me feel so like happy and nostalgic. I love vintage. I absolutely love vintage. And I think it's so fun. So I try to kind of incorporate it into my own home, but I was drawn to all of these pieces. I really hope I didn't miss anything super stellar, because everything that I didn't take I was the last one to go through it before it was going to the thrift store. So the next one is this adorable little Pyrex coffee pot. I love this one. The starburst pattern, very 1960s, very mid-century modern. You can see that starburst. Can you see that starburst? It's just so fun. It still has the lid, which is very rare. I know that those tend to get lost very easy, and just adorable little Pyrex. I kind of want to keep this one. This may end up in my kitchen. I don't know. If I don't have any use for it, maybe it's one of those that I, you know, keep it in my kitchen for a couple months, and if I haven't used it, then it needs to find a new home. But oh, I love it. It's so pretty. This one is absolutely gorgeous. I have no idea what this piece is, and I'm trying to even read it. It says Canada, Royal Dripless. Gosh, it's really hard to read. Roy something Canada. Oh, it's very hard to read. So if you can decipher that at all for me, I would absolutely love your help. And it looks hand painted. It is so pretty, so pretty. I was shocked that no one in the family wanted this, but I think that from what they had said, there was so much to go through, and that's absolutely gorgeous. This one is just a small flower pot, plant pot. I thought maybe I could stick it in my decor. I love it. It's kind of that raw pottery, not raw. What do you call that? It's not glazed, it's just painted, but really fun, cute little pot. I also grabbed this basket that we did put one of our plants in. So this was from them. This was from that pickup. Okay, so for the last thing, I went, as we were leaving, they said, you know, thanks for coming, grabbing all this stuff. You know, it's less for us to have to take to the thrift store. And as I was leaving, I just said, oh, and by the way, if you guys have any blankets, you know, I love selling blankets. Blankets are probably my favorite thing to sell right now. Crochet, throw blankets, anything like that. And she said, you know, I think I do have one. She went inside, came back out about 10 minutes later, and I was like, it was worth the wait. But she said, yes, we do have this one, and it is absolutely amazing. So I'm so glad I asked. This is one of those chenille throws, and it is so pretty. There is some staining to it, but that's kind of like you expect that a little bit with, you know, these older pieces. But these are going for around $100 to $150 a piece, and it's just so beautiful. I think for the listing, I'm gonna have to put this on our bed, really kind of decorate it up, because it's incredible. I have found a couple of these at the Goodwill bins, and unfortunately they were so badly damaged that they just weren't even worth picking up. But see this like snowflake pattern that kind of is in the very middle of it? Oh, I just love it. It's so pretty. Anyway, that was probably the best thing that I got from that whole haul. And it was the last thing that I got, and it was just something on a whim. I just asked if they had me blankets. So I'm so glad I did. This was a really fun haul. I love picking up hard goods. I don't find that there's much of a profit margin for hard goods unless you really know what to pick for, which I'm still learning with hard goods. A lot of this, as you can tell, was like a theme based off of, you know, 60s, 70s pieces. And I just think they're really cool. They do fit in with that CottageCore, GrannyCore, Boho vibe that's still going strong. So yeah, tell me below, was there anything that was your absolute favorite that I picked up from this haul? Because I think that I had a few. I think that crewel piece, that was probably my favorite. I think this was my favorite. It's just so pretty. It's just so pretty. So yeah, let me know below, was there something that you just absolutely love? And also, if you would like and subscribe this video, I would absolutely appreciate it. This is a new channel, trying to get it going, and it takes a lot to get a YouTube channel going, as other YouTubers out there who are watching this know. I would love any input that you have, so leave a comment down below. Anyway, thanks you guys for watching. Have fun out there, and yeah, happy thrifting. Thanks, bye. Say what you